Doesn't strapping wheels to your feet, going over asphalt at a high rate of speed, just sound crazy? And haven't you ever wondered who the first person to ever do that was? Well, today we're gonna find out. I love skating. I've lost over 20 pounds skating in the last year, and I've tried just about every type of skating. Today in this presentation, we're gonna go over the history of roller skating and rollerblading, how it was invented. We're gonna go over some of the health benefits and practical uses of skating. And we're also gonna go over some of my skates here and how I personally like to skate. It's 1735 and you're at a party in London, and some crazy guy named John Merlin just went crashing into a mirror at your party. This, according to backthenhistory.com, was the very first recorded use of what we would consider roller skates, although it had many beginnings. So roller skating and rollerblading has had ups and downs in its history, and when it's lost popularity and gained popularity. It didn't really begin until 1819 when roller skate was patented. Back then, that was the first commercially available skate, and it only had 3 wheels with no way to turn. But luckily, shortly after that, the 4-wheel skate was invented, and they just strapped to your boot or to your shoe back then with very hard wheels. With those, there's 2 wheels in the front and 2 wheels in the back, and what we call those in the hobby today are quad skates, or what you would consider a standard roller skate. Now, back then, so the first skating rink was actually invented, came out in 1866, which was very surprising to me, and it lost popularity going up in the 1900s. According to thoughtco.com, roller inline skates became popular in the 80s when rollerblade was invented by the Olsen brothers. And before the 80s, roller skates regained popularity in the 70s and 80s because of like the 50s, were like the diners, like things like Sonic Drive-Thru and stuff. Roller skates regained a lot of popularity then. So the Olsen brothers invented rollerblades or inline skates, which became super popular in the 90s as a way to actually practice hockey off of the rink. It lost some popularity in the 2000s, 2010s, but in the 2020s, it's going steady right now. And I know that's all interesting, but are there any practical ways to skate? And yes, there is. Skating is a great way to hang out with friends and to have fun, but you can also use them as a mode of transportation, getting from point A to point B. I personally, I'll run to the store a couple miles up the road to get groceries on my skates all the time. And it's a great workout. It's a great leg workout. It helps your balance. It's a great back workout. And according to healthline.com, 30 minutes of skating equals about 267 calories per 30 minutes. If you compare that to running, which is 295, and biking, which is only 150, skating is right there in the middle. And if you do it properly and you don't get injured by hitting a rock or a stick or anything like that, if you're nice and careful, there's much less strain on your knees and your joints than something like running. And if you thought skating today was all about using quads and going around in a circle, it's a lot different in 2023. I'm gonna go over some of my skates here. Skates are categorized by the size wheel and how many wheels. This is a very, very standard skate. If you think of rollerblading, you think of this type of skate. There are 4 wheels and they're 80 millimeter diameter. This wheel is very standard because it is all around good for everything you want to do. They're easy to master, and you have a nice long wheelbase. You can use them for fitness, you can use them for the skate park, for the skating rink, and there's a reason these are the standard skate most people think of. A little bit more specialized. This is 3 by 110 millimeters, and these can be difficult because of how high up off the ground you are, about 5 inches, so it can be a little bit unstable. But they're great because the big wheels will go over large cracks, they maintain speed better, and they're primarily used as a fitness skate to go down the trail and get some good calorie burns. This is an aggressive skate, which looks significantly different. If you notice, it has a very hard boot and very small wheels. The hard boot is to protect your foot at the skate park. The small wheels are for stability, so you can be nice and low to the ground while doing jumps, while doing spins, while doing all kinds of tricks. There's no wheels in the middle, so you can go down quarter pipes and grind, which these are lots and lots of fun. Maybe now you'll be that crazy person strapping some wheels to your feet and going down the road, now that you know there's any type of skate that fits your need. Today we learned that skating can be practical and lots of fun, and I went over some history of skating, what it provides, and I showed you some of my own skates here. So maybe I'll see you out on the trail or in the rinks.